What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. I was getting ready to do like the Sheridan friends. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal month so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy myself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. You're going to see why I'm geeked up in a second, Cancer. Well, it's a couple of things. Because first off, it is Celestial News Monthly. My favorite time of the month with this monthly spread, Cancer. Whenever the sun enters into a new sign, we're going to talk about where the planets are at and how we can work with the energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the shenanigans with me. Actually, no, Cancer, let's just celebrate all the shenanigans and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Cancer, your space has been so cleansed. Gems, oh, they're pumped. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. So, Cancer, I got Zodiac Oracle cards here with where each of the planets are at. I'm going to pull an Oracle card for each of them, and then I'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situation, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Cancer. But also I have some links down there for some readers that I like watching as well, so definitely hop over there, show them some love, tell them that I sent you over there, you know, spread the good word, Cancer. But before we get into your Oracle card, let's talk about Cancer. Are you ready? Because our birthday season is next week. I'm so pumped. The sun is going to be moving into Cancer, and then Mercury is going to be moving to Cancer a little bit about 5 days later. But with the sun's going to enter Cancer on the 21st of June at 9:58, and that's going to be Central Time. So set your alarm there, Cancer, because it's going to be party time. And we'll be there through the 22nd of July. And with this, Cancer, we're bringing in the summer. It begins the summer solstice. And so, you know, we're getting to where it's like, you know, we're having the most daylight. This is a great time, you know, getting outside, just really enjoying that. So since I moved, I've been just basking in the sun, Cancer. But this energy is really great for, with the sun being in Cancer, is really great for focusing on your close relationships. If we're feeling, because, you know, we really are a sign, you know, we're a sign of security. You know, we're associated with the 4th house, which deals with the home, roots, family, things of that nature. So this is an energy, if you're feeling, if there's certain areas, you know, whether this be maybe with our home space, or with our family, our friends, our maybe our partner, whatever that's looking like. If there feels like there's some emotions that you want to share, some things maybe that we want to talk about, or maybe get a little more, maybe strengthen that bond, however that's looking, work with that energy, Cancer. Really allow yourself to express yourself and just feel really tune into the emotions, you know, because we are really going to be at a very intuitive time, you know, Cancer. Really just, it's going to be lovely. And then on top of that, you know, our energy is it's very nurturing as well. So, you know, making sure to take care of yourself, of course, and, you know, seeing how others are doing. You know, maybe if people have been having maybe been having a tough time with all of the changes. You know, we got this stuff going on with the maybe people affected by the wildfires, if we happen to be living in that area, just like, you know, maybe doing some things, and yes, broaden to the community, Cancer. Why not? You know, spread that love around if you feel compelled, you know, wanting to, I don't know, just spread good vibrations around here. Really just great energy for this, Cancer. And then on top of that, Mercury is going to be entering Cancer on the 26th of June and will be there through the 10th of July. And with this is great for strengthening our bonds with ourselves and with others. So really tune into yourself, Cancer. Get some meditation. Go void a course. You know, do some meditation, you know, just tune into you and learn a lot about yourself. Examine these feelings. This is very kind of like like King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy, just really getting that head and heart connection and making that, growing that energy stronger. And then this is about thinking about on a deeper level and having a greater ability to like process and express your feelings, with Mercury being the sign of being the planet of communication. So again, if we have any sort of like this could be something to Cancer. Maybe we gotta want to express some feelings for love. Maybe we have someone that we've been kind of, been wanting to, I don't know, Cancer, like take that first step, say if you got that crush on someone or something, Cancer. But just something to think about there. But let's go ahead and get your first card here. Oh, Cancer, that's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday. Because you got the first card of Virgos here, which is the mother lode. And that's what's good, Cancer. This is a card of prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, money maker, sudden wealth, the real deal on easy street, accomplishment, advantage, fortune, and the prime source. Go ahead, shake your money maker, Cancer, because it's going to be abundant. And that's what I'm talking about. And this is, I do feel like, Cancer, I feel like for this birthday season, not that you don't already do this, but really take this time to enjoy all of the ways that you are abundant, and I know there could always be more, but sometimes it's just taking really a moment just to appreciate what you have, what you've grown since this last year, because now we're getting it on your, we're coming up on your solar return. I can't wait to do your yearly one here next week. That's going to be, is it next week? No, I'm thinking maybe the following week, but whatever, Cancer. But when speaking of that, solar returns are thinking about how you've grown up until now and where you want to settle next, for this next year. What do you want to work on? Are we feeling, if we want to focus on our finances, get savings up there, feel more secure there, then let's map that out. Or maybe we want to, I like that this has got a little map on it here. Maybe we're thinking about settling down and, really investing in buying a home or something along those lines. Really having a space that's just yours. Or, maybe we are thinking about, maybe wanting to go on that date, maybe get a little serious with someone, maybe think about settling down, what that future is going to look like. But whatever this is, Cancer, you're the prime source in all of this. And, really, this is, take a moment, and take many moments. Take this whole birthday season and just really just bask in abundance and make that a routine, just like if we could just every day, just like, man, even when the times are feeling a little tougher, Cancer, because though there are lessons. Just like when we think about the Queen of Cups, our card, Queen of Cups appreciates every experience that happens to her, good and bad, because they shaped her to the amazing Cancerian that she is today and that she will become in the future. She's forever abundant because she's in tune with her emotions, and that she knows that how each experience does affect her, because with our ruler being the moon, we feel so much, Cancer, at such a rate, on such a subconscious level, it really can be a lot sometimes, and it can really mess sometimes. We can feel where we feel like we may not be as abundant or something, or not as fortunate or anything. And listen, Cancer, if things are feeling tough right now, where, believe me, I'm not trying to say we're ignoring your problem or anything along those lines, because we all got challenges that we're definitely going through. But it's just you're just in the middle of a cycle, and things are going to get back on easy street soon. But sometimes to get to easy street, we got to take the hard way. There are going to be some bumps in the road, but it's going to be totally worth it in the long run, because you are the real deal, Cancer, and you're the mother of the zodiac. And you know what? Mama needs to feel abundant too sometimes. So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, and before I get into that, with this Cancerian, now that I'm thinking about that, with the Sun and Mercury entering our signs, wherever your Cancer placements are at, those are going to be forming conjunctions. Now with the Sun, that's going to be when it conjuncts your natal Sun, that's where the solar return happens, where we start mapping out that future for next year. But just conjunctions in general, They happen when a planet is transiting next to your natal planet within 0 to about 0 to 3 degrees. And it's an interesting energy conjunctions because it's just like it's a fusion of you're trying to incorporate this new energy with this old natal energy, and it can feel like you know that there's something different, but you can't quite put your finger on it. That's a conjunction. You know, it's almost like Invader of the Body Snatchers. It can be an interesting energy to incorporate at first, but once because this new planet is going to be, you know, the dominant energy, but once we learn to integrate that into our you know, everyday, you know, get into that flow, that's where the growth happens, where the change. So just something to think about there, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this. On this jackpot here. That's what's up, Cancer. Not Cancer! Come on! First card, freaking Chariot. I'm with it. Oh, come on, I forgot how to shuffle. Where was I at? Forget it. That's fine. We can start here. Okay, I'm with it, Cancer. Because you got the Chariot in reverse here, the Six of Cups, and then we have the Page of Pentacles upright here. And so, Cancer, this is a great energy for you. If we've been feeling stuck in any sort of way in life, you know, if there's something that has been bothering us, maybe we've been dealing with, maybe we've just been dealing with like some sort of shadow work, you know, maybe we've been having troubles getting over maybe an addiction or a vice or something, or maybe we are having at odds maybe with some family possibly, or maybe even some friends or things, because you know we've been in a lot of Leo energy, and the Leo it's been where it's very creative energy. It can be a little hot, and sometimes emotions can run a little get a little dramatic there. But yeah, if we've been feeling stuck anywhere on our journeys right now, Cancer, this is the perfect time to be thinking about how we want to map ourselves towards feeling more abundant, you know, and creating new opportunities for ourselves for growth with this Page of Pentacles here. Because this, to me, where sure, the Chariot is in reverse, that sucks sometimes, but that gives you something to motivation to work on this thing, to get this Chariot moving again. Because the Chariot, talk about the mother lode, that's your win, Cancer. This is all about you, Cancer. Think about how we get into your highest vibration, how we get into that Chariot energy. And here's the thing. So for some others, you know, because Cancer is rooted in the past, like I was saying with us being associated with the 4th house, if we are having troubles moving on from something, you know, whatever this is, you know, maybe we've been thinking about the good old days where time were easier because we're stuck in a tough time, where you know, the Six of Cups work, yes, it can be a card of nostalgia. And, you know, nostalgia can be nice sometimes, you know, reminiscing on, you know, good old memories and things. This is a reminder that we can create new memories, you know, new opportunities for just new experiences. And we want to be careful about getting stuck in that past, especially just for us, Cancer. And because in like the Thoth deck, you know, this is Six of Cups can be kind of weird energy, because if we stay stuck like that, then that almost gets into like Seven of Cups energy, where we're indulging in, we're starting to get into like escapism and debaucherous behavior and things along those lines, devil territory. And we want to be mindful of that. And listen, there's nothing listen, if we do happen to get into, kind of fall off the wagon there for a second, and again, it doesn't have to be just an addiction, just wherever this may be applying, it's remembering that those situations are, you know, I like to say, it's not meant to keep you down. It's to help you strengthen up so that we can keep it moving. But in order to get to that light, we got to put in that shadow work first. You know, they work hand in hand. But Cancer, this is something too, where especially with the Sun and Mercury together in our signs for that chunk of time, this is a great time to connect with those more darker sides of yourself. And listen, as it makes sense, you know, I would never say to force anything, like you have to do this right now, but this The Six of Cups, this is the Sun in Scorpio. And if we learn to make friends, Scorpio energy is all about getting down, the fixed water sign. They're all about getting down to the depths of things, you know, really getting to the dark, nitty gritty type of areas that most signs wouldn't even bother to explore. But when you make allies with those darker sides of yourself, Cancer, give those energies time to breathe instead of suffocating them, they really can become just really powerful allies for you and really can help you. Because like I was saying, you know, sure, we want to embody all the goodness in ourselves, Cancer, but in order to do that and to do that unconditionally, show ourselves that unconditional love, we have to embrace the dark side of ourselves as well and give a look at it in the face, you know, and just like, all right, come on, buddy, let's go get some abundance. And it really can. It changes the game up, Cancer, and it affects how you manifest. It really affects how you can connect with others as well. Because Cancer, with you being like I was saying, the mothers of the zodiac, the nurturers. Because people love our energy, and when others want to come forward, that care, that advice, that shoulder to lean on, that nurturing energy, you can approach that with a level of empathy and compassion that is unmatched. But it has to be something where we focus here. You know, we got to establish that connection. And Cancer, I'll tell you what, that's got to be one of the biggest mother loads that you can get, that real bond with yourself. It's unreal. And to have that, to be able to, just to give all areas of yourself some love and allow some of that stuff to breathe, let some of those burdens go. And that's where the energies are at. Because we're getting ready to get into a very reflective space here soon, you know. Whew, well, that was, okay, Cancer, let's get some more, because that was freaking awesome. Okay, I'm with it. All right, Cancer, last couple of bit here. Oh, I love it, Cancer. I see you. All right. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Emperor in reverse here. And then we have the Lovers upright. And so, Cancer, I almost feel like with this Lovers, because the Lovers for me can be a card, when this pops up upright here, this is kind of like your higher self sort of like winking at you, just letting like, yo, Cancer, I got your back, you know, like, hey, you know, how are you doing right now? Are we, you know, really making, because this is Gemini energy. And I feel like this energy is inviting you to, again, if we've been feeling, or if we do feel in the future that we're feeling stuck, or that we haven't been able to get ahead, or that we haven't had any big victories. Maybe we've just been kind of just like eating it for a while, you know, just been kind of, you know, maybe really kind of stuck in our heads or something along those lines. I really feel that this energy is saying to really connect with yourself, with the Lovers, and connect with your higher self, tuning into your emotions, you know, and I feel like with the Seven of Swords, it's like acquiring those skills to strengthen your abilities, you know, like, when you make that connection, internal connection, and really start putting in this work, what abilities unlock in you are really incredible, Cancer. But it's got to be something where it's not going to be easy to, when we go to face those darker sides of us, it can be challenging, but it's not meant to get you where you should feel afraid or anything along those lines. The Emperor, he uses fear as fuel. You know, he's the type that is going to, this kind of stuff here is going to motivate him. It might be a little, may get a little ugly at some points, but man, the beauty that's going to happen at the end of this is going to be something great. So that's just one thing that I'm getting with this, but there's something here else with this Lovers here, Cancer. Let me get a little bit more on that. Because I'm kind of getting like a relationship thing, or possibly, you know, talking about, something with love here, Cancer, but, or just some type of, let me get a little bit more on that. Interesting. Okay, so the Lovers is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. And you know what, Cancer? I feel like for some of you, maybe we're thinking about, possibly, maybe we're feeling stuck in maybe some type of relationship right now, or maybe we feel like the stability there. So I feel like, and listen, that's not to say that something is going to happen in a relationship if we're in something. This is something that I feel like maybe have been on your head for a little while here, Cancer. And if we feel that this isn't where we thought things were going to be, because I almost feel like you're in with all this sword energy, it's almost like we've been in our head a lot, but like really kind of analyzing the stuff. Should I stay? Should I go? And again, this could be in a relationship, this could be with family, with friends, maybe this could even be a business. You know, maybe we're thinking about moving on, maybe changing careers, or just maybe changing companies in general. But whatever this is, I feel that is going to be one of those things we're just going to need to be honest with ourselves. With the Seven of Swords being in reverse, if things aren't feeling correct, if it's not where you saw this journey going with the Chariot, then how can we change directions? You know, how can we let this go and move on to a newer future here? Because that's what the Six of Swords is about, is moving on to calmer shores and getting to that next level. And I almost feel like with this thing too, Cancer, because maybe we might be dragging our feet on this, or, you know, feeling a little apprehensive because maybe we feel that, I don't know, maybe there's not even like a strong, I almost feel like this is something where maybe for some of us, it's like we're looking maybe even for like a community or something along those lines. It's like maybe we just, a lot going on here, Cancer, but I feel like that it's something with like a connection or something. If we're having troubles moving on to calmer shores, that might be something. If this is a relationship, maybe getting involved in more type of community type things, you know, maybe separating yourself from that relationship, you know, something along those lines, Cancer. I hope that makes sense, you know, but just something to pay attention to if this is something that you've been thinking about, because I don't feel that there's nothing where like a relationship is going to be ending anytime soon or anything like that, Cancer. So, all right, Cancer, fantastic start. I love it. A lot to think about there, but that's I'm with it. Let's get some tea and let's get into this Leo energy. Because with Leo, a little bit later, after Mercury enters our sign, Mercury's going to later move about the middle of the month. It's like second week of July is going to move into Leo, and then we have Venus in Leo as well. Mars will be in Leo for a little bit longer until like right before Mercury enters. But Mercury is going to move from Cancer into Leo on the 11th of July and will be there through the 28th of July. And when that happens, Cancer, communication is going to move to become a little more straightforward, you know. But that's going to be really cool because Leo is very fun energy, Cancer. Very, they can tell just like really great stories, very dramatic, really know how to, vivid imaginations. So expect, you know, lots of jokes and lots of laughter. And this is a really great energy for putting yourself out there, you know, like, you know, whether that be, because, you know, Leo, they're represented by the sun, so, you know, they're all about shining bright. So this could be something too. Maybe if we're thinking about putting ourselves, like maybe doing something on like social media, or maybe we're doing like maybe doing some public speaking, or maybe we're releasing some I don't know, maybe you're doing like releasing a book, Cancer, or maybe putting on a concert. I don't know, look at you. But, and you know what, if we're talking about all those creative energies, maybe we're dropping some apps. But, you know, Leo energy is very creative energy as well. And Cancer, with the way that we feel as well, and being able to express those feelings, we're a very creative sign as well. And that's something to think about. Whatever medium that may translate out for you, you could be through dance, this could be woodwork, but yeah, just really tapping into that creative energy. And then with Venus being in Leo, Venus is going to be in Leo for a while. She entered Leo on the 5th of June and will be there through the 8th of October, because she's going to retrograde a little bit later, but we'll talk about it on the next monthly reading. But with Venus being in Leo, this can really make extroverts out of all of us, Cancer, you know, because now the Empress is she's feeling fabulous. She's ready to shine. She's ready to just like, hey, look at me. Look how beautiful I am. That's where the Empress is at right now. I know she's doing a lot. But it's great for your self-confidence as well, Cancer, you know. Really, you know, maybe take a little time, you know, pamper yourself, you know, maybe buy that shirt where people are just like, oh, Cancer, that's ridiculous. But if you're absolutely in love with it and you know you're going to rock it, maybe those bright red boots that like, get them, Cancer. But also, can be great for love as well. You know, Leo's very passionate energy, so something to think about, Cancer. But another thing, with Venus having to deal with relationships and stuff, and how, you know, sometimes Leo energy it can burn a little hot. You know, they can be a little dramatic, so there be mindful of drama and things along those lines, Cancer. But let's get an oracle on this. Wait, let's see if I can shuffle. This one. All right, Cancer. Oh, interesting. All right, we're going in order, Cancer. So we got the second card of Virgos here, which is the coin toss card. And with this card, this is a card of choices, either or, be fair, considering pros and cons, fate, equal, two sides to every story, butterfly effect, either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, and take a chance. And so, Cancer, honestly, I feel like with this energy, you know, if there is something where if we come to a decision or come to a crossroads where we're not sure, you know, like we've weighed pros and cons, you know, we've maybe bounced some ideas out of something, and now it's just like, you know, what move do we make? Where do we want to apply our energies? You know, if we've been maybe just thinking this thing to death, you know, Cancer, that's where I feel like, you know, if that's where we're at, I feel like, again, trust those feelings, you know, because that's a good guiding force for us. When it's not to say that we can't do stuff if we're not feeling it, Cancer, but I feel like if it's something that really does like spark like a ooh, or like a yeah, or like a I feel that that's something where give it a try, see where that takes you, because then I get where we may feel worried that am I making the right choice, you know, and then if we make this thing, you know, it's just like, and then when we hit that first like roadblock, like crap, do I need to go back and do this one instead? Was, you know, like we can get into this place of doubt and things and like overthink this thing to death. But I do feel that, you know, life is unpredictable right that, you know, because who's to say, you know, either choice that we make, there are going to be challenges along the way. It's just like, which ones do we feel that we can tackle, you know, and which one's going to provide us, I feel like, the most growth and really have us feel more confident. Which one are we passionate about with this Aries energy, you know, the Emperor? And when we find that stuff, Cancer, I feel like it's, you know, again, make that connection with higher self, trust that gut, maybe meditate on it, Cancer, see what answers may come for you. But I feel like either or, there's going to be growth from it, because, you know, you are on your intended path, Cancer, and I just feel like that there's like equal opportunities for just abundant growth. It's just like maybe one path may feel a little easier than the other, but yeah, let's get a little tarot on this, Cancer, and get a little bit more on this story. But I do feel like if it makes sense for you, Cancer, absolutely take that chance. See what because this could be maybe we're thinking about that next job, or maybe we're thinking about asking that person out for a date or something along those lines. But yeah, let's get a little bit more details on this. Interesting. So you got the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords in reverse here, but then we got the Three of Wands upright. And so, Cancer, again, I feel like if we're stuck, if we're not sure where we want to invest in right now, it's just like, does this resonate with you? You know, I almost feel like Cancer, if we do get in a place where we're kind of stuck between a decision, you know, just like think about when we've been at a crossroads in the past, because we've been in a coin toss situation before, and it just takes on a different form as we get older, you know, because as we grow, the problems grow, but so does the abundance. But I feel like it's one of those things. Think back to the last time you were in this decision, and if you had noticed that maybe we were just more, maybe we're thinking about it from more of a, like a logical standpoint, you know, just thinking, because even thinking with this, all this Aquarius energy, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, if we had maybe analyzed it too much and maybe made a practical and not to say there's anything wrong with a more logical decision, but if it just didn't feel like you were getting the expansion or the growth that you wanted, I say try to tap into these feelings, Cancer. See where your heart is trying to guide you, because the Three of Wands, this is the Sun in Aries, and Aries is very passionate energy. When something excites them, they're going to go out and get it. You know, I feel like when it comes to just getting stuff started, for sure, you know, or taking that chance, Aries might, of the cardinal signs, us, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn, I feel like they're the ones that they're going to go and they'll figure it out as they go. But as long as there's growth there, you know what I mean, Cancer? So I feel like it really is one of those things where I feel like try not to be nervous with where we're going to invest, because here's the thing, even if we start off and the investment doesn't feel like it's taken off at first, then we just tweak a little bit, you know, but because we do that in life all the time. So let me get a little bit more on the Seven of Pentacles though, Cancer. Interesting. Okay, so you got the Five of Swords here and the Four of Cups in reverse. And so, you know, Cancer, because maybe this is something too, maybe this choice that we made is something that maybe it has a lot of influences with others. You know, maybe this is something where it's just like we've gotten a lot of opinions, and it seems like we've just been, not necessarily that their advice has been leading us the wrong way, but it just feels like that we've just been kind of tugged all over the place. You know, I feel like with this Four of Cups, it's like asking yourself if this is not what you wanted from life, if maybe these opinions from others or something along those lines. I'm not sure if it's like, maybe we had, some kind of, I really am getting it's almost like there's like, because now we got a complete set of Aquarius's cards here, at least they're minor arcana cards. So I just feel like that maybe there was just a lot of external influences in the past. And I feel like it's more so tapping internally this time, because the Four of Cups here, this is one of our cards, and it's a really strong card too. This is the Moon in Cancer. And so I really do feel there's a strong sense of just like really tuning into your feelings, and if this is not what you've wanted to manifest thus far, how can we change this up and see? And I hope that this is making sense, Cancer, because there's something here just about really just trusting your gut on this. So I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. But yeah, just something to think about there. Because I feel like regardless, abundance is going to be coming here, so yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Let's get some tea, and then let's get some, all this Virgo energy. I guess Virgo wants to be talked about, so let's get on to Virgo. Because Mars is going to be entering Virgo on the 10th of July and will be there through the 27th of August. And this is a pretty dope placement for Mars, because Virgo is very much, they're all about routines, they're very detail oriented. So this is a very efficient energy, especially with Mars, Mars being the planet of action. And this is great for focusing on our health, our mental health, and working on our health, both mental and physical. And this is not medical advice, Cancer, but really getting in the routine of just like getting yourself in just getting yourself in the best, in feeling at your best, Cancer. But I will say with this energy, because Virgo can be a sign of, you know, they can be perfectionists. You know, they want to bring out get rid of the imperfections of life, you know, but they can be overly critical sometimes. So be kind to yourself, Cancer, while we're going through this energy. And this, let me get an oracle on this, because that's kind of what I was feeling with that. It's almost like maybe with that last card, it's just like maybe others have been overly critical, and it's just been feeling like we've just been kind of, like our choices have been just kind of tossed around here. We've just been kind of going from thing to thing. I'm not quite sure what that is, Cancer, but something else to think about. With the Mars being in Virgo, this is going to form sextiles, depending on where your Cancer placements are at. And sextiles after a trine, they're very fortunate energy. You know, it's a very easy flowing, very collaborative, but it's very passive energy, or it can be passive energy. It's not very dynamic. So it's got to be something where, if an opportunity is presented for you, you know, it's just like if something feels right, you know, jump at that thing, Cancer. You know, do your research, of course, but if it's something, you know, pay attention to those type of opportunities for, who knows, Cancer, what may come your way. Because, like, for example, one of the things, funny enough, a Virgo had presented me with an opportunity not too long ago. And at first I just kind of had, kind of dismissed it, because it was just like, oh, this is not catering to the skills that I want to do, and blah, 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 and all this stuff. But then I was just like, wait a minute, actually it would do this for me, and this for me, and this for me. I was like, wait, Virgo, come back. So it's going to be something like that. You know, pay attention to opportunities along those lines, Cancer. That's kind of like if I had to best describe a sextile energy, that's how I would put that there. But let's get some tarot on this and get some more details. Or did I say tarot? Get an oracle on this. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Nice. Alrighty. Oh, perfect. We got the 6th card of Libras here, which is the Repairman card. And with this card, this is a card of repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, make adjustments, recover, skilled, make things right, mend, restore, and upgraded. And that's pretty much what Mars and Virgo is about. You know, it's really about fine-tuning your skills, you know, getting in the routine of adjusting just any areas that you aren't feeling strong in. And absolutely taking some time to do some self-care, you know, do some healing, you know, and really, yeah, but like, yeah, sure, you know, it's gonna be a fun old birthday time, but it doesn't have to be all party time, Cancer. We can have some time to relax, you know, go for a self-care day, go for, maybe draw yourself a bath, or maybe go to the beach, Cancer. Maybe get on your surfboard there. I see you. Or however this is looking, maybe we're going in the woods, but just doing things to just really kind of recover and heal and get ready for this next year that's coming up. You get ready for these, whatever you set out for your next solar return here, Cancer. But let's get let's get some tarot on this and get some more details. Interesting. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, a lot of Sag energy. I'm with it. So you got the King of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, and then we have the Judgment card upright. And so, Cancer, I feel that if you get in a place where you're not feeling in balance, or if you're feeling that it's maybe energies have been a little chaotic, maybe we've been stressed out about some decisions as of late, or whatever it is that's looking like, you know, making sure to I feel like it's just like taking this time and make sure to work on you, you know, and because it almost feels like, you know, because with this Three of Pentacles being in reverse, you know, us being the nurturers, I do feel that there is a tendency, especially if you're especially, you know, when you get in more touch with like spirituality and things along those lines, and start putting in that work, Cancer, we can tend to be overgivers, you know, and can really just pour our energies into something because sometimes too, Cancer, we do that, you know, pouring our energies into others and fixing everybody else's things because there might be some things that we may not want to deal with. Maybe some stuff that might be holding us back from transforming, something that, you know, some energy, some shadow work that needs to be released and needs some love and needs some care. But, you know, if we've been maybe distracting ourselves, being the repairman for others, it does feel like, you know, make sure that we're taking a little time for yourself as well. Get your energies back in balance. Get you feeling expansive again, you know, and because if we do that, Cancer, over time, that does restrict your growth, you know, because with Temperance, the Temperance and the King of Wands, both Sagittarius energies. And yeah, just I really feel that if, something just has thrown you out of balance, or if there's just, there's something that we know we need to work on, whether that's overgiving or maybe that's, I guess, some kind of vice or something along those lines, just making sure we're putting in that necessary work for ourselves as well, Cancer, you know, because it's going to be hard to really effectively help others when we're not doing the same things for ourselves. You know, it's all about balance, Libra energy. All right, Cancer, I'm with that. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna run out of room here. I'm playing around with the spaces right now. This space may not last, Cancer. But let's get to you. Oh, let's get to Taurus energy, because you have, who's all up in Taurus? We got Jupiter up in Taurus, and then we have Uranus in Taurus. And Jupiter's going to be in Taurus until next year, like towards the end of May, the 25th, 2024 of May. And with Jupiter being in Taurus, this is about thinking of those long-term investments. You know, if there are areas that we haven't been feeling secure in, you know, been feeling unbalanced, you know, that we haven't, you know, feel like is not quite contributing towards our 10 of Pentacles. How can we take the steps to get there, Cancer? What does that look like, you know? And then working on that, because that's where the abundance is at. Where it's going to feel that things are maybe a little bit slower with the abundance. It's just like we're playing the long game right now, you know, with Jupiter being in Taurus. But this is actually a really dope placement, because it's just going to set you up once you get those because this could be maybe learning about investment type things, maybe with finances. Maybe this is something where we're learning about, maybe we're setting down roots, you know, maybe we're thinking about buying a home or maybe building a house, something along those lines. But we're thinking about that type of stuff, Cancer. Definitely 10 of Pentacles all year, you know, and really kind of pouring in that energy towards that type of stuff right now. And where do we see this next chapter of our lives going? You know, how does that transformation look like? So that's pretty much what Jupiter's asking for us right now. You know, you invest in yourself now, Jupiter's going to definitely pay you off in the long run for this one, for sure. And you know, we got it in good, Cancer, with Jupiter, because Jupiter is exalted in our sign. So, you know, let's work with that energy. And then on top of that, you got Uranus that's going to be that's been in Taurus for the last about 5 years or so. And it's got about a couple more years. He'll be in Taurus till actually right before the day of my birthday, the 7th of July, 2025. And with Uranus in Taurus, Uranus has just been changing the foundation, shaking up all types of security stuff, because it's just like we're getting in a very innovative time, you know, with Pluto getting ready to enter into Aquarius. And I mean, with Uranus going to enter Gemini soon, that's going to be interesting energy as well. But Uranus is really getting us. 2025 is going to be a really, really big year. I feel something. It's going to be a lot of change, a lot of big talk about expansion and growth and stuff. Absolutely. And that's pretty much what Uranus is setting the stage and helping us to adapt to that new future. So, you know, be paying attention to the trends, Cancer. Make adjustments as these energies shift, because we're going to be, especially, you know, right now with Pluto having retrograde back in Capricorn, there are going to be some big changes as well, but it's not going to stop from there, Cancer. The energies are really kind of heating up here. So just something to be mindful of. And the nice thing too, with both of those signs being in Taurus and an Earth sign, you know, that's forming that sextile with our placement. So we're getting there's potentially some very beneficial opportunities here, Cancer. We just got to keep an eye on this stuff. It's not just going to be all doom, gloom, and just, you know, just judgment all over the place. No, there's going to be, they're clearing the field to plant new seeds, to build that legacy and stuff. So let's get an oracle on this and get some more details. Nice. I love how you're syncing up, Cancer. All right, so we got the fourth card of Libras here, which is the Yoga card. All right, and this is a card of contemplation, deep breath, centered, go within, steady, balanced, relax, take a break, inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balanced chakras, reflections, wellness, and rest. And you know what, Cancer? It's your birthday season. Absolutely. Take some time and, you know, making sure that we are resting in between. I mean, we want to do this just anyway, Cancer. We don't want to just wait for our birthday season. But, you know, this can be a real good time to really go within, you know, maybe where'd you go, Cancer? Again, maybe do some that inner child work. Maybe there are some past traumas that we're noticing are starting to bubble up here as of late, or yeah, if we're just noticing that our energies are out of balance, remember, Cancer, do that fine tune, do some healing, do some work. You know, maybe, again, we've been stressed out with the decisions. You know, we're trying to get this mother load locked down, all that stuff. And that takes a lot. Remember to breathe, you know, being aware of your breath and staying present, Cancer. That's another big one, I feel, when really, it's important for all the signs in general, but I really feel like for us, you know, making sure to, just staying as present as possible, really checking in with yourself, reflecting on your energies, you know, what energies you've been picking up and who you've been around, and, you know, just keeping everything, staying rested and staying balanced, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this. All right, Cancer, let's see what we got here. Oh my, there you are, girl. And then Jupiter. I'm with it, Cancer. Let me tell you what just happened. Oh, Cancer. Cancer, you feeling abundant? Because if you're not, here you are. You got the Ten of Cups here upright, and then we got the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. You got the, oh, come on, Cancer. You got the small benefactor and the great benefactor pulled out on this card. Come on. And we got a great relationship with Venus, the Empress. So, Cancer, I really do feel that this energy is, if we've been feeling maybe kind of stuck in a cycle, or maybe if we haven't been feeling abundant, I really feel like the Empress is the Empress, especially with her popping up in reverse. You know, taking care of yourself, you know, establishing that balance, you know, finding that harmony, finding that security. And if we're not, if we haven't been feeling, and again, this is not health advice, but if just something hasn't been feeling off with you, or, you know, just where in any areas of our lives, making sure to nurture that side of you, Cancer, and take care of this. Because I mean, come on, where'd the Ten of Pentacles go? You got Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. This is your happy home, happy family foundation, your dream come true. And yeah, this is getting you, this energy here is really just trying to get you to the most abundant places as possible, Cancer. We just gotta, I feel like it's really just kind of putting in that work, you know, whatever that looks like. And that sometimes can be too, taking a break. You know, it's not just like, I'm not, you know, sometimes that's, because I tell you what, there's a lot that's going on. There's so much frequent changes that are happening all the time, you know, Cancer. And I feel like the energies really have been just kind of just kicking up here as late. Like, yeah, the planets are going to work. And so, this is this is a great energy for you, Cancer. You know, just be taking a moment, go within, and find out what growth is trying to, where do you want to grow, and where do you see yourself going on this journey, you know. And if things haven't been feeling on track, taking a moment and pausing, because you got so much abundance here. It really is kind of unreal. So I'm with it, right? Dope. All right, let's get a little more tea, and then let's talk about Pisces energy. Because with Pisces, got two planets in there, and they're we're getting ready to get retrograde season, get retrograde heavy here in a minute, because you got Saturn that's retrograde in Pisces until the 4th of November, and then Neptune is going to go, and then you got Neptune in Pisces, and we'll talk about Neptune next. But let's talk about Saturn first. Because with Saturn retrograding in Pisces, this is pretty much asking you right now. I remember saying it's like, this is like a cosmic interrogation. It's just like, what have we been doing up until now, Cancer? Have we been contributing towards this wish fulfillment? Do we feel like we've been filling up all of our cups? Is this how we pictured our foundation looking like? And if not, what work can we be doing right now? You know, this is very spiritual energy as well. When you talk about Pisces, you know, they deal with that dream world, you know, they're psychic energy. But it really is getting attuned with yourself and really, you know, syncing up with your dreams, with your goals, and bringing that stuff to life. And then that's where that transformation happens, Cancer, that growth, that expansion, that balance. But it really, if we've been feeling stuck somewhere, or anything along those lines, yeah, how can we fix that? That's pretty much, Saturn. This is actually a pretty chill spot for Saturn to be, I feel like, you know, if Saturn's going to be hanging out somewhere, because, you know, it's feeling a little more compassionate with this Pisces energy. But it's going to be one of those things where, you know, if you put in that work, you can literally make your dreams come true and manifest just greatness. But it's gonna, Saturn, he's the taskmaster. You know, he's a tall order. You know, he rules Capricorn. Well, one of the signs he rules is Capricorn, our opposite sign. So, yeah, just something to think about there, Cancer. But then Neptune is going to be going retrograde on the. She's going to be going retrograde on the 30th of June, and will be retrograde through the 6th of December. And this is going to be a powerful time for introspection and self-discovery, Cancer, and really connecting with your inner self and inner wisdom. You know, Neptune energy is like the energy that dissolves. You know, it's the planet of illusions and mysteries and isolations and confinement spaces. You know, it covers a whole bunch of stuff, fantasies and things. But this can be really powerful energy for you, Cancer, to really grow in some incredible ways, you know. And however spirituality and stuff looks like for you, you know, doesn't necessarily say you got to go out and pick up a deck of tarot cards or anything along those lines. This could be something, again, as simple as maybe doing some mindful yoga. Maybe we're going out in nature. Maybe we're building a fire. Whatever helps you get in that Zen space. You know, maybe we're creating some things. You know, maybe we're doing some sewing, some tapestries, whatever. But anything that gets you in a Zen place to connect you with, and look at this, Cancer, you got the sun and the moon here. And you know what, because when you think about that too, you know, the sun, where yes, the sun is in Cancer, the dispositor is the moon, you know, being our ruler. And yeah, I just feel that there's this, really, Cancer, there could be something really beneficial here. If you really paying attention to your energies over this you know, during this our season right now, can really blow you away. But something to think about as well, Cancer, with all those two planets being in Pisces, those planets are going to be forming trines, you know, trine aspects with your Cancer placements wherever they're at. Excuse me, and trines are the most fortunate aspect. They're very harmonious, plenty of opportunities. The creative flow is very easy. But trines where Well, I'll leave that there. No, they are very fortunate energy, Cancer, and the abundance that can come from that is really, really astounding. So just something to think about there. We're in a very fortunate energy right now, so really utilize that to your advantage. But oh, wow, Cancer. I love it. You're just so eager to get out here. You got one of our cards, the 6th card of Cancer, which is the heart and home. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Come on, Cancer. You're so abundant. This is a card of happy home, security, love, kindness, family, belonging, bliss, contentment, comfort, established, fulfilled, legacy, boundaries, affection, peace, heart's desire, and longevity. And that's what this is asking you, Cancer. Literally, what is your heart's desire? What do you want in life right now? Because I feel that you focus on that and really nurture those dreams. That's how you're going to get that longevity. That's this energy here is Jupiter and Taurus all day, thinking about your investments, setting yourself up for the changes right now, you know, with Uranus being in Taurus. And I really feel like I feel like an emphasis here too, Cancer, of being in a place of just like a lot where you really feel safe and you feel where you feel loved and you feel that and just really establishing that space wherever you are. Because I feel like Cancerians can make their way at home anywhere that they're at, but it's just like, do you have that your own space to call that, Cancer, whatever that looks like? And I don't necessarily mean you have to have like a physical, you know, home or anything along those lines. Just like, do you just feel safe and do you see yourself long term where you're at right now? And I know that things change, Cancer, you know, like we move and we, you know, like all that stuff, you know, life, you know, can throw us curveballs, but it's just like as of right now, is this how you picture things? And if we haven't established that peace yet, how do we get to that place? You know, like what do we? I really feel like, you know, it's connecting with higher self and really listening to those signs, you know, and not, because sometimes too, Cancer, I feel like with the 4 of Cups, that can be an energy where it's an energy of apathy. And sometimes we can get into this place if we're not feeling fulfilled. Sometimes we'll just kind of settle, you know, because we can work our way into whatever situation we're at that's easy or comfortable, but it's just like, it may be comfortable, but is it what you want though? You know, how much are we compromising for this comfort? And listen, it's not to say that there's anything wrong with comfort, but it's just like comfort on your terms as opposed to maybe a situation's or a person's or something along those lines, Cancer. So let's get some tarot on this. There's Libra. And all right, Cancer, a lot of change here. Interesting. Hold on, Cancer, let's see what's going down here. Interesting. There's the Sun. I love it, Cancer. Oh, Cancer, you got the Death card in reverse here, Death Rebirth card in reverse, and then we have the Justice, the Sun, and the Page of Cups upright. And Cancer, if you've been feeling stuck, because you know, right after the Death card is the Temperance card, getting that balance, but we have to get eyes on what needs to change, you know, with the Death card. And if something has, I really feel like this energy, Cancer, especially with the Page of, because this is freaking beautiful here. I feel like that this Page of Cups and this Justice card is saying, you know, how can we create balance and bring love in our life, and, you know, and really just sunshine. And let me get a little bit more on this Justice card, Cancer. There's a little something there, but yeah, because really this is pretty much, I feel like pretty much what I said. It's just like, how can we tip the scales to where we need to be. Interesting. Okay, so the Justice card is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, and they're both in reverse here. And I really feel like with this Cancer, it's taking everything that we've learned up until this point, you know, for to reflect seriously over this last year. How did things go? And again, be kind to yourself, Cancer. I don't mean just focus on, again, let's not focus on all the negative things that have happened. Let's remember that there were some positive stuff that happens here, but it's just like, with those negative things, it's just like, how can we start working on different routines? How can we, because I feel like maybe this is something where, I don't know if we've been, I don't want to say, if it almost feels like we've been maybe kind of forcing this along, or maybe we've been trying to, you know, I feel like it's like, let me get one more Cancer. Interesting. Okay. So you got the King of Cups here upright. And so, you know, Cancer, because I feel like sometimes with this energy, okay, that makes sense. When we're thinking about this getting to this state of security and feeling this love and getting, because this is just like, how do we make a Queen of Cups zone right here, a Zen space, a safe space. And I really feel that there is a thing of really kind of checking in with yourself, Cancer, and maybe kind of slowing down a little bit. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles being in reverse here, because maybe we've been feeling impatient. It's just like, why can't I get to this thing? And it's just like, Cancer, you are exactly where you need to be on your journey right now. It's all here. It's just that we just need to keep cooking some stuff up here right now. I feel like there's just like, yeah, there's something here, you know, it's asking yourself what's preventing this change, you know, because and maybe this is something too. Maybe this could be some type of like childhood thing, you know, maybe something from our home life, you know, that might have affected this security, Cancer. Maybe that's gotten into this like, almost feels like impulsive energy, where it's just like we've been just trying to, struggling to find the words here, Cancer, but there's happiness here, but I just feel like there's just something where we need to slow down and find some balance, really, because this is what I was talking about, this King of Cups, how the Sun in Cancer, it's very King of Cups, Queen of Cups vibes, but yeah, there's really something here, Cancer. Really ask yourself these really deep questions, you know, and be Seven of Swords, be honest with yourself. If something hasn't been going where you want it to, or I think I'm going to leave that there, Cancer. But yeah, just really be thinking about your heart's desire. And maybe this is something where, you know, where we might need to set up some boundaries possibly with some people. That might be something to think about. You got a little bit of people here, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there, Cancer. But know that there's something here. Once we shine that light on whatever this thing that's keeping us from getting to this state of really feeling happy, Cancer, then it's gonna be something splendid here. But I feel that it's just, we're gonna need to, something needs to change. I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer, because I'm trying to force it. So let's get to the last energy here. Let's get some tea. That was that's an interesting little pocket there, but just it's so Cancer. But let's talk about Capricorn energy, because Pluto went retrograde in Capricorn and will be retrograding into Capricorn on the 11th of June, I want to say, and will be there through the 10th of October, or will be retrograde into the 10th of October. And with Pluto being retrograde, you know, there's going to be a lot of, because when you really think about this, like the outer planets really get into more kind of like real global stuff that's going down here. And Pluto's been changing up things for a while. I just have, I'm in the middle of a, kind of a weird Pluto transit right now that's going to be going on for the next couple years. So that's exciting. But Pluto is asking you, if we talk about achievements, if we felt like we haven't achieved or gotten close to where we getting. We start over, Cancer. If we feel that we haven't gotten to this place of security, you know, if we haven't found this happy home, happy family, it's like, what can we do to get there? You know, what needs to change? What do we need to, Six of Swords, let go? Because in order to get to this new foundation, there's old things that we're going to need to clear out, that need to wither away, that need to essentially die in order for us to rise up out of that ashes again, you know? And honestly, too, Cancer, with both Pluto and Saturn being retrograde right now, this is, you know, really be asking yourself this stuff and really be thinking about this. It's not to get you scared, but it's just to get you, it's just really just to get this on your mind. If you're noticing that things aren't resonating with you or no longer match with your values or anything along those lines, we have to got to change the pace here, Cancer, because otherwise we're just going to still feel like we're staying in that stuck state. So, but let's get an oracle. Oh, and depending on where your Cancer placements are at, and this one's going to be, Pluto's going to retrograde back to about the 27th degree of Capricorn before it moves back into Aquarius, around Aquarius season in 2024. But wherever, if you have Cancer placements, I actually have Chiron in Cancer at like the 28th degree, so that's going to be it's going to be a fun one. But that's going to be forming an opposition with your sign. And oppositions are a little more tense. You know, these are going to cause, maybe bring some challenges. This is an energy of like choices, you know what I mean? And it's going to be, oppositions are choices that I feel like other people are going to present to you. You know, you're going to need to, they can be tough decisions. They can lead to relationships may change, you know, may get to some certain uncertainty, some conflict and things. But if we can learn to integrate that energy, it can be some great rewards that can come from that, you know, because again, these energies aren't just trying to keep this abundance away from you because you're surrounded by it, Cancer, but it's just sometimes in order to get to that abundance, there's balance, Cancer. We got to have, like I was saying, you got to have that to get that light. We got to put in that dark work first. But let's get some tarot on this. Or excuse me, again, I'm just, everything's just tarot, Cancer. Hold on, let's get your last oracle card for this one here. Cancer, come on, how do you see how you're syncing up? 2 of Virgos, 2 of Libras, oh, and Cancer. Oh, what a wonderful ending this is. Oh, I just got chills all over the place. This is the 9th card, one of our cards, 9th card of Cancers, which is the rainbow card, the rainbow card. And with this card, this is a card of wish granted, serendipity, blessing, patience pays off. See, I love it. We're patience, abundance, hope, good luck, patience. Okay, so first one was patience pays off, and then the second time is patience. But then promise, godsend, creation, manifesting wealth, prosperity, and perfect timing. In Cancer, make a wish. What do you want in life? Seriously, the universe wants to know. I feel like at this point, this is something where there is so much around you. Talk about, that's all I see in this reading. It's nothing but promise of a very prosperous, abundant energy. But it's just like, in Cancer, this is literally whatever abundance looks like for you, because this it seriously has come in every form. I love it. And so, and realize, you know, like this is where I was saying that, like, I think where I was kind of struggling with this coin toss here, because it's just like, it doesn't matter which way you go, Cancer, it's gonna be freaking sweet. But we just have to take that step first, you know, that we gotta make, got to make that move, you know, and move towards this happiness, you know, really meditate on this stuff, Cancer. Make a vision board, write a list, whatever that's looking like, but let's start manifesting, you know, let's start putting this stuff into action here. And Justice card, cause and effect, you know, let's really, come on. I mean, I don't even have enough hands for your abundance. This is at least a 2-man team. So let's get to the last few cards on this here. That's so cool, Cancer. Where? Yeah. All right, Cancer. Last little bit here. So you got the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords all up right here. Now let's switch back over. Because Cancer, I mean, this is beautiful here. This little. Thank you for the energy. That's a beautiful birthday gift. And I mean, seriously, I want all this for you, Cancer. But there's going to be 5 of Wands. There's going to be some challenges. You know, this is going to be tough. This is going to really, you know, there's going to be some times where you're going to feel tested, where we really might need a push, and we feel that, you know, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a really fun one, Cancer, a really enjoyable time, but we're going to need to do some brainstorming, you know, really think about these areas in our lives that are not, you know, maybe feeling kind of dissonant or whatever that's looking like. But Cancer, in all this abundance, you know, this card here, I think we got Jupiter and we got Libra. This card, the 4 of Swords, this is Jupiter and Libra. This is a card of rest, you know, making sure that we are finding that balance. Do some yoga in between, you know, repairman. Take care of yourself, you know, maybe retreat, you know, into your heart and home, whatever that looks like. But I mean, Cancer, you literally struck the mother lode with this. I've not like this, I mean, so far, and I mean, you know, this could be a really wonderful birthday season for you, and really a wonderful year. You know, really think about mapping that stuff out and what that's going to look like, you know, how you can bring more peace and harmony and love and all of that into your life, Cancer. So I'm with it, Cancer. Absolutely, make a wish and see what's on the other side of that rainbow, because it's beautiful. I love it. Thank you for that, Cancer. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if anything resonated with you, and share this, Cancer. You know, maybe if you know someone who's been maybe feeling not as abundant, been feeling kind of maybe a little low during this birthday season, you know, and it's been kind of feeling kind of stuck in a cycle. Maybe we've been asking ourselves these big questions, because this is big, Cancer, thinking about this type of stuff. And it could feel like, I was telling Aquarius this not too long ago, that sometimes when we talk about, you know, when you see all this abundance, and if you don't feel that at first, it can seem kind of overwhelming. And there's just like, how do I achieve this level of this, you know? Oh, I'm about to get back into your reading. So if that's something out there, think about, yeah, share this with them, and then subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. Love it. And then, you know, while you're doing some meditation and stuff, maybe hop on this app, Inside Timer. I've been on there for a number of years, and I created a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And definitely as the group grows, definitely I've been wanting to do like, you know, maybe self-care with the Empress, or I don't know, getting abundance with the wheel of fortune, whatever that's looking like. But absolutely, Cancer, check that out in the description box. And then lastly, while you're checking out your, you know, learn a bit about yourself, Cancer. You know, check your sun. I got some apps down in the box for you if you that I like using, astrology apps. But check your sun. Check your chart, Cancer. And then, oh, wait a minute. I got so wrapped up in this, Cancer. Let's switch that up, Cancer. Because did you know? I forgot where I was talking, or which channel I'm on. Cancer, I have a specific channel just for you. And I'm actually going to be doing something kind of special for that channel as well. I finally got that idea kind of cooking up, so hopefully you'll like what I'm going to do over there. But I created a channel called The Cherried and Friends. And look at that. That's why I was freaking out earlier too. I mean, not just because this is our card, but come on. That's fantastic. So come on. I take that as a strong indicator. Come on over to the Cherried and Friends, Cancer. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans about with the High Priestess. It's just a great old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. All right, so you got the 7 of Wands in reverse here. And let me get your oracle card. Dope. Didn't have to work that hard, Cancer. But with the 7 of Wands, I love it. The 7 of Wands is a card of, you know, Cancer, I almost feel like with the Seven of Wands, this is more so saying that, because when I was talking about with that energy earlier, where it felt like there was like maybe a lot of conflict, or maybe like others have been kind of telling you where to invest, or what maybe happiness looks like for you, or something along those lines. I feel that this is asking you to really protect your energy. Really ask yourself, what do you want? Because with your Oracle card, you got the Sound card upright. What sounds good to you? What really does this happiness, this bliss, whatever this is, this abundance, what does that look like to you? What would bring you peace? You know, and really not really worrying about what others think about this dream, because it's gonna, of course, it's gonna look different. For, you know, Paul might he finds abundance at home, Julie finds abundance at work, and you know, like it doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is just what raises you, what fills your cups, what has you feel secure. And if we're around people who are diminishing those dreams, and we, you know, just feeding a lot of dissonance, and you know, like maybe a lot of criticisms and things like that, then we might need to put up some boundaries, possibly, because that's going to affect your getting to that happy home, because then all that's sowing is doubts. It's one thing if I feel like if it's constructive criticism, where it's like, Cancer, that is a beautiful dream. How would you go about it? You know, have you considered maybe doing, looking in for a loan for this, maybe for a house? You know, I know a person who blah, 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 you know, like those type of things. Like that, absolutely, we welcome all the time. I'm all for some constructive criticism, but otherwise, Cancer, is like how I tell you at the beginning. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest with them, because this is your journey. You're the one who's driving this vessel, and no one else can drive that, Cancer. Not a one. And so get that dream, whatever that's looking like. This is your time to shine. Shine bright, Cancer, because the sun is in Cancer, and we are going to bring it. I'm with it. Sorry, Cancer. Hopefully that sound didn't mess you up. I'm with it. Let me get you out of here, Cancer. You stay safe out there in all this brilliance, and be thinking about that, Cancer. And seriously, you raise your vibration all over the place. Just raise your vibration so that everybody can feel that. Let them know that Cancer is bringing happiness. We're bringing love. We're bringing joy. We're ring the alarm, because it's abundance time. Absolutely, 100%. I just want to throw the sun in there too. I love it. And I will catch you on the next one later. But, and I always love doing this at the end, Cancer, if you happen to come over to the chair, then friends, I will see you tomorrow.